Noswaith dda from Czechia Republic in the South Bohemia region of the Czech Republic. We're at the Streleki Ostrov Stadium, where Cymru's under-21 side are about to take on the hosts in their latest 2025 European Championship qualifying match. And after seeing his side pick up 4 points from 2 tricky games in Denmark and Lithuania to start the campaign, Matty Jones will be hoping for another positive result this evening, which would see the Young Dragons consolidate their place at the top of the Group I table. But that won't be easy against the Czechia team, qualified for the finals of the last 2 UEFA Under-21 Championships, and will be desperate to bounce back from an agonising injury-time defeat to Iceland in their first match. And with that, we'll pause for the national anthems.
Czech Republic, and now the national anthem of Czechia.
The familiar sounds of Hen Wlad and Hadau, followed by the Czech Republic's Kde domov můj, or Where is my home? My name's Meilir Emrys, and joining me in the commentary box this evening for Scorio's English language commentary of this match is Mark Williams, a former Cymru under-21 international himself, who can currently be found creating and scoring goals for Carnarvon Town towards the upper reaches of the Cymru Premier. More from him in a moment, but here are the teams. The main news for Cymru, having lost Charlie Savage and Joe Lowe to the senior team, Matty Jones gives a first under-21 cap to Liverpool's Tom Hill, who has previously been a member of the Republic of Ireland's under-20 squad. He has scored 3 goals in 6 Premier League 2 games for Liverpool's reserves this season and celebrates his 21st birthday even today. Owen Beck and Luke Harris flew into the Czech Republic yesterday after warming the bench with the senior side in Wrexham on Wednesday. Today's officiating team from Armenia, referee Mr. Zavan Hovhannisyan. And this is how the home side looks. Number 10 Adam Karabets is likely to be the danger man for Czechia. The Sparta Prague midfielder has previously been a member of the Czech senior squad and was also named his country's Young Player of the Year in 2021. Fellow attacking midfielder Matej Jurasek has also previously made the bench for the senior side and has Europa League experience this season with Prague's other main club, Slavia. So, as we prepare for kick-off, good afternoon, Mark. I've already introduced you. It's going to be a tough assignment for Cymru tonight.
It will be, yeah. Good afternoon, mate. Great to be here. And like you said, it's a really crucial qualifier this evening. The last of them away games. It seems they haven't been home for a while. They'll be looking to get a good result to take back to Wales, and then that would be a great start to the qualifying campaign.
Definitely. 4 points, as I mentioned, from Cymru's opening 2 games. Fantastic 2-2 draw over in Denmark back in June, followed by what turned out at the end to be a narrow 3-2 win in Lithuania last month, after Cymru had looked in control, 3-0 up going into injury time. But 2 late goals for the home side made it a bit dramatic, a bit more dramatic than it needed to be. As I mentioned, the Czechs lost their opening match in heartbreaking fashion for them, having equalised with just a couple of minutes to go in Iceland. They then conceded a 95th minute winner. And it's the home side that kick off, attacking from right to left as we look at it this afternoon. And they'll be looking to bounce back from that unexpected maybe defeat in their first game. Cymru in white tonight. Happy for the home team to have possession early on. They pass it along the back. Moving Colwell. Just letting Patrick Vidra know that he was there. Getting the number 6 to get on with it. Early touch for Tom Hill. Long ball forward. Met by Lukas Hornicek of Braga. One of the, I think, only 2 members of this Czech squad that actually play football outside the Czech Republic. And he is the captain, Jakub Kristan of Teplice. Hits it forward, just a bit too far. Easy for Eddie Beach in the Cymru goal. Cymru taking a direct approach. Just didn't really work. No chance for Josh Thomas in the front line to get near that. So there he is, Matty Jones. Early days, Mark, obviously, but I'm sure even a draw tonight would see Matty Jones go home feeling a very happy man with then 5 points from 3 away games and having played the 2 top seeds in the group away already.
Yeah, definitely. I think a point here would be really good for Wales. Something to take back. It would put them obviously top of the group. And then that's the 3 difficult away games, as you said. They've Denmark, Czech Republic, who were in the Euros obviously in the summer. So a point would be really good. And I think just seeing it as they're setting up, you know, the front 3 there, you know, quite happy to drop off, let Czech Republic have the ball. I think we'll see a lot of that, and maybe Wales play on the counter.
Luca Hull of Bristol Rovers chips the ball down the field, again just beyond Josh Thomas. As you'd expect, really, both sides just kind of feeling things out, seeing how things are going in these first few minutes. Cymru now putting the Czech defence under some pressure. Hornicek chips it forward. Then a hoof by Stepan Kalupek. Put Owen Beck under pressure for just a moment, but he was fouled. Owen Beck, as I mentioned, having just had his first experience of being part of the senior squad. Didn't win a cap in Wrexham on Wednesday. But both he and Luke Harris will have been delighted to have been a part of that squad. Were you slightly surprised that Owen Beck maybe didn't win a cap on Wednesday, Mark?
Yeah, a little bit. I think obviously when they've been called up, although at that age it's great the experience they've been around the first team, and then you drop back in, and that's where then they've got to grow, isn't it? And then show the reason why they've gone away with the senior squad. But certainly I think with the result and the team they were playing, that's where they could have got a little bit of experience on the pitch, a bit of game time for the seniors. So yeah, I was surprised, but they'll have many more opportunities, I'm sure.
Charlie Savage and Joe Lowe, who both did win their first caps the other night. They've stayed with the senior squad for Sunday's game against Croatia. Luke Harris flew in with Owen Beck yesterday.
I think what it does do, though, mate, it shows you there is that pathway from Matty Jones's team into Rob Page. It's great they're using it, and obviously after watching the last few 21 games, to watch Charlie Savage go on and put his imprint on the match, thought he was excellent, and it just does show that's all it takes. You play well at this level, you've got a chance to make it into the seniors, and look what happened this week for Charlie. He stayed with them, so it's, it just shows that pathway is there.
Indeed. Very competent debut for the senior side for Charlie Savage on Wednesday, having also been very much to the fore when the under-21s won last month in Lithuania. So the opportunity definitely is there, as Mark mentioned. Luca Hull gets his head up, considers his options. Long ball again, hits the back of the head of Josh Thomas, who was then bundled off the ball. Legally, according to the referee. A hefty shoulder charge. Do enjoy their ice hockey here in Czechia. That's Jan Suchaparek, Czech head coach. Played in the final of Euro 96 against Germany for his country. Won nearly 50 caps for the Czech Republic, having previously also played for the old Czechoslovakia. Eddie Beach nearly playing himself into trouble there. He really did get away with that one. He was loitering on the ball, took way too much time. And Daniel Fila almost made him pay. He actually started his career as an outfield player, Eddie Beach. Needs to remember that he's a goalie now. Ball chipped into the area, and that was much more comfortable for the Cymru goalie. Rolls it out this time, no messing about. Cymru looking to break, maybe. Ollie Hammond turns back. Happy to be patient and keep possession. Going back. Again, flawed. Wins a free kick. Did well there because he was being pushed backwards. Fell to the floor, won a free kick, and alleviated the pressure.
I think you can see already it's going to be that physical game. A few challenges already just on Owen Beck alone, and yeah, the Czechs, they're closing down Ed Beach as well, so they're getting in Wales' faces.
Zach Ashworth with the free kick. Let's get it clear. Long cross-field ball, but beyond everyone. That'll bounce out harmlessly for the goal kick. Mark, you were someone who had experience going away with the Cymru under-21s. How difficult an experience can it be, playing a good team like the Czech Republic, and in front of, I'd say, probably about 5,000 fans here tonight?
Yeah,
can it be tough?
Yeah, really difficult. I always remember going to Hungary, Budapest, and we had to win to stay with a chance of qualifying. And the noise, it was hostile. Every time we touched the ball, you could hear all sorts being shouted on, and every time they did something well, they got behind them, and it can be difficult. And this first 15, 20 minutes, that's what you're playing against, and you just got to settle into the match, almost block that out, get into your own rhythm with your game. But yeah, it can be really difficult.
We saw with the Cymru under-17 side earlier in the summer. And that was in Budapest as well. They faced the host the first game of that tournament. It really was a hostile atmosphere, and it seemed to get to them. The first shot of the game is from Daniel Fila, and it was on target. And Eddie beat awake. Fila brought the ball down well, and it bounced once. Didn't quite catch the shot maybe, but it was on target.
Just going back to that hostility as well. I remember on the day we went 1-0 down, which made it more difficult, but we were lucky to get away there with 3 points, a 2-1 win, and a Hal Robson canoe penalty late on it was, and that certainly silenced the Hungarians. I'm sure he remembers that well.
To be fair to the under-21s, the Cymru under-21s this afternoon. I'll leave that for a moment because there's another chance here for the Czechs. That's a wild shot in the end by Maciej Jurasek as the angle became more difficult for him. I was just about to say that in the first 10 minutes, the Cymru team have done very well to keep the crowd quiet. It's good defending there in the end to push Jurasek out, make the shot a bit more difficult for him. And number 19 just lashed it in the end. Danik. Czechs just passing the ball across the back. As I said, it's very, very quiet here in the stadium at the moment. In his early days, of course. But the home team have now had a couple of shots in anger. So Owen Bevan on your screen. From Cheltenham in League One. Finn Stevens stealing possession momentarily. The Czechs have it back now, though. Vidra plays it out wide. In the past few minutes, the home team just started to turn the screw. Didn't work out for them that time, though. Here comes another attack, and it's Vidra again. Vidra! Shot blocked. Danger isn't quite over yet. Again, it's on that right-hand side of the pitch that the Czechs are finding success at the moment, getting forward. Here comes another cross. And chip beyond everyone. There were plenty of options in the middle. Labic now. Back to his captain. Lovely little ball. Almost finds Labic the second time. And then it'll just be a throw for the home side. It's going to be a long one. Maciej Jurasek. Swapping the match ball. Make sure he's got a dry one. He's got some good purchase on the throw. And after all that, it's just a decoy. There will be a chance now for Jurasek to cross it. And right down the corridor of uncertainty there. A decent cross, that. Lucky for Cymru, no one attacked it.
I think they've settled well, the Czech Republic. Couple of chances, they're getting on the ball. It's a great block, great defending there. We've just got to be mindful of keeping that ball now. They're getting into the game nicely, Czech Republic.
Yes, Cymru haven't quite been able to hold on to possession so far. Owen Beck's throw down the wing, and it's headed on and straight out for the throw for the home side now. Cymru could do with a couple of minutes with the ball in the Czech half of the pitch, but at the moment the hosts are coming forward again. Ball across to Labic. Jurasek outside him. Low cross by Jurasek. Ball comes back to him. Couldn't quite control it. But this is Labic now. That's it inside to Jurasek. And Labic's cross is eventually blocked. The ball out for the first corner of the game off Ollie Hammond. Short corner. Karabets. Jurasek plays it on. Cross headed out. Can we deal with the danger for the moment? There's another red wave coming forward. Cross on the first effort there. Another cross now, headed out. Might be a chance for a shot here. Ball brought down by Vidra! And he finds the side netting. But the Czechs are coming closer and closer, Mark.
Yeah, they've started the game really well. They look a threat every time they're coming forward. Certainly down this left-hand side, there's been 2 or 3 great crosses into the box. And that's close from Vidra. A great strike, just through to the side netting.
That's inches wide.
He's caught it well.
And all the time in the world did Patrick Vidra to bring that ball down. But as you said, Mark, really caught it well then. Just swerved wide of Eddie Beach's post. Goal kick. Gives possession straight back to the home team. It's one-way traffic at the moment. Long distance shot, that was a wild one, and that was a waste really. It was Adam Karabets this time. And Cymru will be more than happy to see shots from distance sail away wide. But we expect that man to be to the fore for the home side, Adam Karabets of Sparta Prague. Has previously been a member of the senior Czech squad. Hasn't won a cap for them yet. Following the footsteps of the likes of Tomasz Rzycki, Milan Baros and Peter Cech. And he was named Young Player of the Year for his country a couple of years ago. Again, the Czechs look to come forward down that right wing, or they thought about it. Kalupek gives the ball away very, very loosely, straight to Josh Thomas. A rare chance for Cymru now, and the ball just ran away from Thomas. Here's Luca Houle now, out to Finn Stevens. When Cymru do get opportunities like this, half opportunities, they need to make the most of them. Ball chipped forward again. That's straight into the arms of Lukas Hornicek. Cymru could have been a bit more patient there, maybe, Mark.
Yeah, I think it was a case of, you know, it's one of them, you've not touched the ball for, say, 10 minutes or so, and you kind of get it, and yeah, you've not settled into the game yet. I think Czech Republic have settled really well, and it's these moments now, they just need to keep the ball, and you've just seen it there, kicking out of play. They've just got to get them passes together, get themselves in the game, and like you say, a little bit more patience needed, you know, get a bit of possession.
Unforced error there. Ball deflecting out for the throw-in off one of the Cymru defenders.
I think the worry for me early is because the wingers are such a threat, and because Wales have got the men in the middle being narrow. And you can see there you've got the 2 front men and the one in the 10 there, but because they're narrow, almost like a diamond, the wingers have got space on the outside. So they're getting so much space out there. It's almost been, you know, 2-on-1, whether they can cut in, they can get the cross in. I'm sure Matty Jones will look at that. I think initially he's probably thought Owen Beck and Finn Stevens. We always talk about getting up and down, and maybe he thought they could obviously deal with that, but they're just getting a lot of ball in wide areas at the moment.
Going back with the throw. Somebody will get into the throw on halfway. Ruben Colwell leaves the ball. For Owen back again. Gains about 10 yards from where the throw should have been taken by doing that. Bit of experience on young shoulders there by Ruben Colwell.
That's what a week with the first team does, mate.
Czechs have won the ball back now anyway. But at least with the ball being deep in the home side's half, just slows things down after the difficult 5 or 6 minutes for Cymru, when the Czechs seem to be really turning the screw and getting closer to finding the net. And they've been forced backwards here. This is Filip Prebsel, the fullback, making his under-21 debut for the home side tonight. Tristan. It's the ball forward. Again, Czechs favouring that right side of the pitch. Tuchel with a low cross. Hammond gets it clear.
Just seen it again there, mate. It's that 2-on-1 on the outside, and it just comes from being narrow in midfield. But I think what he's asked the two front lads to do, Colwell, obviously to just drop in. But there's only so much they can do defensively in that state. It's difficult. So once they're taken out the game, Czech Republic are in really good areas out wide.
Long ball down the pitch this time, headed on. Kept in play by Daniel Fila. Luca Houle did well, and that'll be a Cymru throw.
They look sharp, don't they, tonight, Czech Republic? And it's that, you know, like you said, conceding last minute. They've started with a loss. They know they need to get back to winning ways, but I think they've come out the blocks, you know, really sharp with an intensity.
Certainly are a decent team. They didn't make it past the group stage of the finals this summer, but they did beat Germany at 2-1. And that's no mean feat. In the same group as England in both qualifying and in the finals. It was England who went on to win the tournament last summer, of course. And there'll be a corner now for the Czech Republic. Daniel Fila once again making a nuisance of himself. Nearly managed to turn away from Owen Bevan. Ollie Hammond came back to help. Just over 20 minutes gone then. Here in České Budějovice. Second corner of the game for the home team. Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. First time volley. It was Karabets who hit it. Fortunately for Cymru, it was straight at Eddie Beach. Karabets didn't quite catch it as he would have wanted maybe, but it found his way through that forest of bodies in front of him. Eddie Beach must only have seen it at the last minute. Couldn't hold on to it. Vidra knocks the ball across field. Was that a foul? Play on, says the referee. Another shot from distance, and that wasn't far away. And the home team are happy to let fly from distance, aren't they, Mark? There's an example of it coming up here. This was a shot from the corner.
Yeah, as you said, I don't think he struck it with his laces. It's almost like a side foot, but, you know, well worked. They've created the space for him, and I think he's just seen it late. Just keep it out. But the next shot, again, it's another hell of a strike. Just, you know, just wide. But they're just living a little bit dangerously for me, Wales.
But while the home team have had the best of this first quarter, we have got to the halfway point in this first half, and it's still 0-0. Again, it's the home team in possession, plotting an attack. Kalupek with a crossfield ball. Sukamel, who had that shot a few moments ago. It is again. Danek on his left. Again. Shot may have been straight at Eddie Beach, but the goalkeeper had to make a save.
They're not shy of striking one from outside the box. We've seen 3 or 4 of them now.
I think that might have moved a bit in the air as well. There's no effort from the goalkeeper to keep hold of it. Just made sure, although the shot was straight at him, that he just padded it away. It's going to be another corner now for the Czech Republic. Jurasek to take it. Gives a signal. Hits it in on his left. Punched out by Beach.
Great
It was only as far as Zukamel. And as he was about to let fly, lovely sliding block by the Cymru defender.
I think it was Joshua Thomas. He just comes in the picture now.
Indeed it was.
Brilliant.
The forward, working hard in defence. Defenders love to see that, don't they, Mark?
Yeah. It's not all about just scoring goals, and I think nights like tonight, that's what you need from your striker. It's going to be difficult, I think, for the front lads. There's going to be lots of pressure on them, and it's a case sometimes getting the shape, working hard for the team, and yeah, maybe on the counter you might just get that one chance.
Yet another corner for Czechia. Karabets takes it this time. And the header! Oh, that was a free header, and it sailed wide of the Cymru goal. But that might well go down as one of the best chances that the Czechs have had so far.
Yeah, he's got to do better there, May, I think. Another great delivery. I think the left footer's got really good delivery on the set pieces. Free header. And again, Wales are living dangerously. But it's 0-0.
There's Krzysztof Danek with a header. But I agree with you, Mark. He should have done better there. It's a real escape for Cymru. So as a lot of you no doubt know, there's another international match this weekend. Sunday night, Cymru welcome Croatia to the Cardiff City Stadium. That's live on Scorio, on S4C. The programme starting at 7:15. And Scorio will be back on Monday night with all the highlights from the second round of the JD Welsh Cup, which is taking place this weekend. And then Tuesday, Barry Town against Pontypridd, live online, starting at 7:40 at a Cymru Premier game.
So you're saying tune in for a Carnarvon away win at Connah's-Quay into the next round?
Oh, you've said it now, Mark. But both sides, both Carnarvon and Connah's-Quay have had decent starts to the season, so that could be a good game.
Yeah, we played them earlier on in the season. Difficult team to play. They're 4-0 at the Oval, so not resting on my laurels, but we'll go and give it a good go. I'm sure the Kofi Army will be there too. So yeah, it's a good fixture, and hopefully we can get last weekend out of our system.
No one can ask more of you, Mark. Cymru coming forward with Owen Beck. Thomas with a shot, and it's the first shot that Cymru have had in anger, but I think it was offside anyway.
Just seen a glimpse there of what Owen Beck can do going the other way. I think he's been a standout in the last few games, and I wasn't surprised when I seen him in the senior squad. He's up and down that left-hand side all the time, but a threat going forward. Almost reminds me of Andy Robertson of Liverpool. But yeah, he's a threat, and we want to see him do that more. Certainly in games like this, you need that pace, that someone that can beat players, and he did really well there. Just unfortunate that he strayed offside.
Owen Beck will undoubtedly enjoy being compared to another Liverpool player rather than his famous uncle Ian Rush. Yes, the first chance really that Owen Beck has had to press forward, and he did well. Almost created a chance for Josh Thomas. There's an error there by Chalupek, and out of nothing, Cymru going to get a corner. Visitors' first corner of the evening, nearly half an hour in. They need to make the most of this kind of opportunity.
Sometimes that's all it takes. A good attack from Owen Beck, all of a sudden you get a corner, you get yourself into the game, and then almost you can forget about the first 20-25 minutes onslaught. So great now if one of the Welsh players can get ahead on this.
Owen Beck and Luke Harris around the ball. It's Beck who takes it towards the far post. That was just beyond Ruben Colwell. Still there for Cymru. Another cross in. Punched out this time by Hornacek. But Cymru will have a throw in a dangerous position. And this is much better from the visitors.
Yeah, great ball in. Good set piece, and thought for a second he timed his jump to perfection. Unfortunately, just over Colwell's head. A little bit more confidence from Wales now, grown into the game.
Thomas couldn't control it this time. Jurasek bringing the ball away. Lovely sliding tackle. Well timed by Tom Hill on halfway. Cymru debutant.
Birthday boy as well, mate. Enjoyed that.
He hasn't played at all in the Cymru U setup before today. Also eligible for the Republic of Ireland. He's been a part of the Irish under-20 squad. But after a good start to the season with the Liverpool reserves, Matty Jones has brought him in. Error by Finn Stevens. And Luca Houle can't get it away either. And luckily for the visitors, ball bounced off Albert Labick into the waiting hands of Eddie Beach. It's a slight lapse of concentration there by a couple of Cymru players. Can't afford to do that. Vidra turns, gets the ball forward to Danek. He holds on to possession, and the shot from distance hits the post, and the rebound straight into the hands of Eddie Beach. Oh, that's a real escape for Cymru. It was Christoph Danek who got both shots in, actually. No, actually it was Jurasek with the first shot. Just couldn't quite get enough curl on it. Beach was beaten. Inside of the post. And Danek couldn't quite react as quickly as he would have wanted. A real escape for Cymru, though. Eddie Beach was beaten there, Mark.
Yeah, he's just opened his body up there, hasn't he, really well, and you just think he's guiding it into the far side. Saved by the post, but I even think, looking back on the replay, I think the second chance is just as big as well, and there's just no connection from Danek. Lucky on two occasions from that, and they stay in the game.
Danek might just have thought that it was offside. He seemed to look over at the linesman once he'd got the shot away, but maybe he did that because he realised it was a poor shot.
We all do that, mate. They do look a real threat going forward, I must admit, and it's 3-4 chances. He's killed one, hit the post. They're lively in the box. They've had good set pieces. They've got good quality going forward.
And they've got a free kick now. In a very good position for the home side. Patrick Vidra stealing another couple of yards while the referee's talking to the Welsh wall. So Vidra's there. Jurasek is there. Chukamel walking away. Can't fool this referee.
I think Jurasek will want this with his left foot. He's put in good quality all night so far.
Who's it going to be? Vidra or Jurasek?
Vidra.
It is Patrick Vidra, beats the wall! And inches wide. He really hit that well. He seemed to find a gaping hole in the Welsh wall. But actually he was right past the wall. And what, about 6 inches a foot wide? Czechs claiming there was a touch. Didn't seem to be from that angle. And then some handbags. Daniel Fila getting involved. And Daniel Fila, seen yellow for that little shove. An unnecessary yellow, you feel, for the home team's number 7. Just a bit of frustration there, maybe, Mark, that, you know, the Czechs are dominating so much, but not making it count at the moment.
Yeah, they've had lots of possession, they've had lots of chances as well, and when you haven't broke the deadlock, you can almost get, like you said, a little bit frustrated. They've had some good chances, they've hit the post. But yeah, Wales just have to stay in the game, I think. I know we've still got 10 minutes till half-time, but I'm sure Matthew Jones would be delighted if he could get in 0-0. And almost then, for me, watching, I think the shape's really important because, as I say, I just think they've got so much time on the wing. So we might address that at half-time.
Matthew Jones certainly be happy to see Albert Lapik waste possession like he did there. Just relieving the pressure on Cymru for a few moments at least. Ball played forward by Zach Ashworth. Throw in for the home team on halfway. Taken quickly towards Fila. Fila gets control of it eventually. Little flick. Finds Karabets. Karabets dancing inside and eventually falling and winning a free kick. Again, it's a set piece in a dangerous position just outside the Cymru area for Czechia. I think you could say Karabets threw the foul there, to use some basketball terminology. Fooled Luke Harris into pushing him over. Karabets is back on his feet now.
So it's another dangerous position, you know, to be in. You know, good delivery, I think, the Czech Republic from set pieces. So they've got to defend this well, Wales.
Players all in a crowd just around that penalty spot. Jurasek with a kick towards the near post, and it was well dealt with by Owen Beck. Well read at the cost of a corner. Watching the clock, it's almost like seeing just a ticking away minute by minute at the moment for Cymru, trying to get closer to half-time. Can they defend this corner from Adam Karabets? Towards the near post again. And Beach flap, that's it. Got half a touch on it. Could have gone anywhere. Eventually, he went out for another corner. Another chance for Karabets. Again, he's towards the near post. Wasn't a good corner that time. But he'll get a third chance to swing the ball in to the Cymru area.
7th corner now, and when you're playing, it's almost like you feel that pressure, constant balls into the box. I think you can see that with Ed Beach as well.
Jurasek, and there it is! It's been coming. A lovely strike by Mate Jurasek from outside the area. And Cymru can't hold out until half-time. The home side go ahead. The corner came out to the side of the area, and Mate Jurasek hit it perfectly.
It's a great straight, Mai. We've spoke about they're not scared to take a strike from outside the box. They've worked it well, and with that left foot, you know, it's a great strike. Ed Beach was beaten.
So a lovely little set piece to start with as well, to create that space for Mate Jurasek. And the number 19 very much made the most of it. He's another player that's been on the bench for the senior side. And you can see his quality from the way he struck that one. And you can't say it hasn't been coming, Mark.
No, I think they've, first half's been all Czech Republic. They've had 4 or 5 shots, they've hit the post. And yeah, thoroughly deserved that. It's going to be tough now for Wales. They'll have to regroup. Obviously, we said get to half-time 0-0, they'll be happy. Completely changes the complexion of the game now. What do? Do they come out? The last thing they want to do is leave spaces in behind. So there's plenty of time left. I think get to the break 1-0, and Matty Jones can then maybe change the shape or do something, because at the moment we're just not in the game.
It was a lovely strike by Jurasek, but will Eddie Beach maybe be a bit disappointed to have conceded from distance?
I think it's difficult. I think he struck it really well, but if you get beat from there, it's a good strike. I think if he can't be too harsh on himself on that one.
Jurasek again on the side of the area. 2 men on him very quickly this time, forcing him backwards. It wasn't the first shot that's come in from distance, of course. Just mentioning a few minutes ago how happy the home side were to take shot from distance. And he worked out that time. And now Owen Beck becomes the first Cymru player to be booked this afternoon.
Ooh, could have been worse than a yellow. If you just see that again.
It was an ugly one.
Probably just frustration there as well, May. It's been difficult for the Cymru team in this first half. Not a lot of possession, not a lot of chances, not a lot of created. We'll just see it again now.
He was off the ground, and he was high. Well. Very lucky to only see yellow there. Owen Beck.
There's no VAR this evening.
I was just about to say, as you can tell, we don't have VAR here, because if we did, Owen Beck would be on his way to an early shower.
Be really interested to know what conversation's taking place now with the liner.
Owen Beck trying to defend what he just did. He probably knows how lucky he is as well to still be on the pitch. So we're into the last few minutes of this first half. Czechia leading Cymru by a 1-0. Czechs being forced back for now. And they have favoured that right wing for most of the first half, and of course, now when they come forward, the Czechs down that side, they'll be running straight towards Owen Beck, who's on a yellow. And as I say that, as tends to happen, the Czechs move it across the field and then just waste possession anyway. Long ball forward, headed on by Finn Stevens. Said is beyond everyone though. Ruben Colwell showing a bit of frustration there. Cymru number 10, star man really for Cymru under 21s in the past few months. Hasn't really been able to get into the game so far. Luca Houle. Owen Bevan now. Hits it forward. Again, it's beyond everyone.
Just think they can have a couple more passes there. It's back to front, straight away. And then I'd go into midfield, get it back, keep the ball. It's difficult for the strikers. It's almost just getting limped up to them.
Cymru won't want to concede another one before half-time. Owen Bevan wins a free kick. What will Matty Jones's message to his players be at half-time, Mark?
I think it'd be case. We're lucky it's probably 1-0. Stay in the game. Certainly come out second half. I personally think he's got to look at the shape because the amount of space they're getting out wide. So whether they match that and change formation, we've got the the men in the middle, but as we've seen for 43 minutes, they're working down the sides really well. So he's got to do something, I think, regarding that, but at the same time, to nullify that, we've got to go and get a goal as well. So it'll be difficult. It'll be interesting what he does second half.
Sukamel charging forward and winning a free kick. And this time it's Luke Harris who sees yellow. There was something of a desperate lunge there. Would have done well to get his foot to that ball. And inevitably, when he failed to do so, it was going to be a free kick and a yellow card. So both players who flew in yesterday, having been with the senior squad in Wrexham on Wednesday, have been booked in the first half. It's Martin Sukamel who's down, receiving some treatment. Slightly different circumstances, of course, Mark, but Cymru did fall behind in that game in Denmark back in June.
Yeah, and they showed great character to come back in that, so we know they've got that within the squad. As I said, I just think they've just got to get themselves in the game, and I know we're coming to half-time. They just haven't had enough ball, enough possession, not created anything. But, you know, getting the break, digest that first half, and then come out second half, you know, and you know, fingers crossed they can get into the game.
Fourth official showing there'll be 2 minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes to add on at the end of the first half. And Cymru will be very happy to see the home side wasting that chance there with an offside. One last chance for Cymru, maybe. Long kick down the field by Eddie Beach. Cymru do steal the ball back. And it wasn't a foul. Play going on, even with the home team down to 10 men at the moment. Cross comes in. Chance now for Cymru! It was Luke Harris with a shot. It was parried behind for a corner. And the Czechs just couldn't believe that play had continued with their star man Adam Karabets down. But Cymru nearly made the most of it.
It's a great chance. It's probably the first and only chance they've had of the whole half. There's anything wrong there.
Something of a wholehearted challenge in the air by both players going in. It was Tom Hill who jumped in for Cymru, and the cross was just touched on. Luke Harris did well to bring the ball down. Hornicek parried it, but that ball could have gone anywhere. Lucas Hornicek hasn't really had anything to do with that first half. So he did well there, didn't he, Mark, really?
Yeah, he's been a spectator for 45 minutes, so, you know, good save, tips over, nearly goes in just after the tip as well, but just see it here again, it's a good save. It's actually not a bad finish, and he's nearly caught the keeper out. You know, whether he'll look back and think, can I just go across him? Obviously, defender covering as well, but it's such a good chance just before the break, and that would have changed everything, you know, going in at 1-1. It will give them confidence, you know, certainly knowing that there is a way in at the back, and yeah, I'm sure Matty Jones will allude to that at half-time.
But they do have a corner now, one last chance before the half, with the Czechs down to 10 men. And the visitors will have a chance to retake it. Luke Harris having failed to wait for the referee's whistle. Just a bit too eager. The home team are down to 10 men at the moment, by the way. Can Cymru make the most of that? Luke Harris with a corner. Not a good one. Is there time for Cymru to have another attack? They're happy to go back. Beach hits it forward. Ball bounces on into the path of Luca Houle. And the foul has gone against the Cymru number 5. And that will surely be it for the first half.
Be disappointed there with the set piece. Luke Harris, I think. You wait for moments, whether it's a set piece, a chance, get good connection on it. We've seen it for the first half from Czech Republic, haven't we? Been really good from set pieces. We just couldn't beat the first man.
Never ceases to amaze me at every level how many corners fail to beat the first man. Now the Czechs looking to have one last attack themselves at the end of this first half. Played 4 additional minutes, and that is it. And for all the home team's dominance, they only have a 1-goal lead at the half. It's that man in your picture there, Maciej Jurasek, who scored the goal. Lovely shot from outside the area with about 8 minutes to go in the first half. And at half-time, the score is Czechia 1, Cymru 0. And here's the goal. Nice little set-piece move to create space for Jurasek at the side of the area. And he hits it very, very well, beating Eddie Beach and giving the Czech Republic the lead. In fairness, they very much deserve at half-time. So we'll be back for the second half in about a quarter of an hour. Please join us then.
Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se už hráč s číslem 19, Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Česká republika, je Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešní utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se účenář s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stav utkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká Matěj Jurásek, stavíkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešním utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se umí hráč s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stavíkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič. Česká republika, je to tady první branka v dnešním utkání, která padla ve 38. minutě a postavil se umí hráč s číslem 19. Matěj Jurásek, stavíkání Česká republika, Vels 1-0. Sedřič.
Welcome back to Česka Budějovice, or Budweis, to give it its German name. And with that, that reveals what the city's most famous for. It's been home to the Budweiser Budvar Brewery since 1895. But it's the football, rather than the beer, that we're concentrating on this evening. And as you can see, the players are back out on the field. Cymru in white, hoping for a better second half than the first. It's that man's goal, which is the difference between the teams. Maciej Jurasek. Mark Williams is still with me here in the commentary box. Cymru need a quick positive start in the second half, if you'll, Mark.
Yeah, they do. I mean, obviously the chance just before the break, I think, would have given them confidence. I'm sure Matty Jones would have mentioned that. But yeah, if they can get into the game, good start.
There's a bit of hit and hope. Everything sailing over the head of Ruben Colwell. The throw now is into his path, but just beyond him. Stepan Kalupek did well. Just shadowing the ball out for a goal kick. For all of Czechia's dominance in that first half, there's only one goal in it. So one message from Matty Jones at the break will have undoubtedly been that his team are still very much in this. But remember what happened in Denmark in the first Cymru game in this group. Fell behind early there. And then admittedly, with a bit of help from the referee, a couple of red cards for the Danish side, suddenly Cymru turned it around. Led 2-1 halfway through the second half, eventually finished 2-2. And as we were mentioning, sendings off. That man there went back. Might be quite lucky that there isn't any VAR here. Bit of a harder tackle from him in that first half. Only led to a booking. The little things like that can make a big difference. Cymru having all their players still on the pitch. They went back, can be so influential. Hammond strokes the ball back. Teddy Beach in the goal. Risky play there really by Owen Bevan, trying to run the ball out from defence inside of his own area. Cymru managed to hold on to possession for the moment anyway.
A little bit more encouraging that, playing out from the back. I know obviously it was risky, but they've put 8 or 9 passes together there, so a lot more confidence. You know, keeping the ball at its own back.
Owen
now.
back into the area. Owen back beats his man. Oh, that would have been a phenomenal goal. Owen Beck dancing into the area, beating 2 men. Poked the shot, but couldn't quite beat Lukas Hornicek. Lovely play by the Cymru wing-back, though.
We spoke
So
in the first
close.
half how good he is at that. He draws plays, he takes them on. Almost looks easy. It's effortless for him, but he's got himself his chop. And unfortunately, I think he should score. A great play from Owen Beck.
Unfortunately, the corner that came after it was wasted. And the home side now looking to break down this right side, where they had so much success during the first period.
It's better, isn't it, for the first 3 minutes? The chance, they look more comfortable in possession. Owen Beck's got to be careful there. He's nearly caught him. It's a good start to the second half by Wales.
Very positive. That man, Jan Sukaparek, will know it. Early warning for his side at the beginning of the second 45. Again, Cymru trying to play the ball out to the back. And the danger with doing that is that you give it away. Cymru gets away with it this time. Longer ball forward towards Josh Thomas.
I think Ed Beach has been watching Anana for Man United, but it's almost like the new style of the game, isn't it? That you've got to pass it out. Yeah, it's good when you can get a player closing you down and take them out of the game, but it's so risky at times as well, isn't it?
And you have to be so good technically to make it work. Czechs coming forward now. Vidra thought about shooting, passed it on in the end. And a wasted opportunity there. Matej Jurasek just ran out of space, tried to chip the cross back in. It's the Beck chance again. He did so well. Lovely skill. Shot with the outside of his foot. Just poked it goalwards. You can see the frustration. He knew he was very close to getting Cymru back on terms. Hornicek way out of his area, playing as a sweeper keeper. No real pressure on him though. Ball chip forward down the left. Bevan battling with Danek. There's going to be a goal kick in the end. see if Cymru will once again try to play it short. Play the ball out to the back on the ground. Got as far as Owen Beck, and then he launched it into the stratosphere and down the ground. Problem with that, he gave possession away. Nearly won it back though. I'm all for possession football, Mark, but as you said, it can be very, very difficult.
I'm just looking at that moment there. If they're playing out, they've got to play out, but they've played one pass and then he's gone long anyway. Is that, you know, can Ed Beach not do that and then they push in, try and get the seconds? It's almost a hopeless ball anyway from Owen Beck, so I'm not quite sure what they're trying, and unless they play through the lines, go through midfield into the front man.
Karabetz's cross, just a bit too far there. And Czechia again. Fila in possession this time on the byline, pulls the ball back. Jurasek. Cymru doing well, forcing the host backwards for the moment. But the Czechs keeping possession. And winning a throw in at the far side of the pitch. Ball comes out to Suchamel. Suchamel's cross comes short towards the far post. It was neither one or the other. In the end, easy for Eddie Beach.
Had a busy night, Ed Beach, tonight, hasn't he? He's had lots of them to do. The claiming, a couple of saves that he's punched out.
Probably the player whose name I've said most often, especially for Cymru, and that tells you all you need to know about how things went in that first half anyway. He's the ball out short this time to Luca Houle. Colwell dropping deep to get into the game. And on the charge forward, finds Josh Thomas. Thomas slips at the vital moment, does well to retain possession. With two men on him. Czechs get the ball away. Again, that was a bit more promising.
We've seen it in previous games when Colwell gets on the ball and he can turn in that number 10 position. You know, Wales look more of a threat, and they'll be looking to do that a little bit more. But as you said, they look more comfortable, they look a little bit more confident. Almost looks more on an even keel this second half, which is good news for Wales.
We were talking during the break, weren't we? Colwell is undoubtedly Cymru's star man, and you need to get your star man on the ball. The Cymru's senior side used to do it so well, getting Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey involved when they were playing in the front line. And that was good to see. Ruben Colwell didn't say his name very often in that first half. He dropped deeper there. Got into possession of the ball and did well. Risky play again by Cymru at the back, trying to play it out. Eventually, ball had to go long, and that resulted in more possession for the Czech Republic. And as you may have seen there, pretty much 2/3 of possession has been for the home team in this first 55 minutes or so. You can't score without the ball. Fila tried to find Jurasek. Ball came back to Fila in the end. Fila again out on that left wing, gets the cross in beyond everyone. Karabets gets into the area, low cross, it's blocked. Somebody should get this away, and we'll get a throw in. Tom Hill under some pressure. Going back again, launches it down the wing. Czechs stolen possession again. Vidra. For once, the home side give it away. Colwell again dropping very, very deep to get involved. But you can see the difference it made. An extra body there for Cymru made sure that they were first to that second ball. And they now have possession and a chance to move forward. Ball down the wing, almost deflected into the path of Josh Thomas. For a moment there, Hornicek nearly played himself into trouble. He'll say he knew what he was doing. Got away with one, maybe. Czechs playing it out from the back. Ball beyond Krzysztof Danek there, though. Owen Beck venturing in field. Hammond turns a full circle. Changes the direction of play. Cymru happy to be patient at the back now. Passing the ball around. No need to panic just yet. Colwell again dropping into his own half to help. We didn't see much of that in the first half. And he's won a free kick there.
I think we've seen a completely different team in the second half. They're comfortable in possession, they're keeping the ball, they're allowing Czech Republic's front three to come onto them. But as they're getting higher, it allows that space for Colwell the other side. We see it again now, he's on the ball. So it's actually working really well in this second half, and we can get the danger man in positions like this.
Colwell getting past two men there. Not the best of crosses, nearly fell for Josh Thomas anyway. He's ricocheted out for a Cymru corner. And as you say, Mac, definitely seeing Rubin Colwell drop deeper is making a huge difference. And in the end, it just led to some unnecessary panic, really, in the Czech defence. And a corner for Cymru. Owen Beck with the corner. Goalie did get his fist to it, wasn't the best of punches. Hill with the cross back in. The Czechs do get it clear now, but concede possession to Cymru as they do so. Luke Harris now dropping back into his own half. Cymru start again with Finn Stevens trying to find Colwell. Karabets on to Suchamel. Good tackle on him by Owen Beck. Throw in taken quickly. Danek. Back to Karabets. Little pass inside from the number 10. Cymru. Three Cymru defenders there trying to win possession back. And one of them has ended up on his back, and it was a foul by Martin Suchamel. Sees him get a yellow card. It was Tom Hill who was down. And again, a bit of frustration there maybe by the Czechs, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. He's just caught him a little bit late. Interesting on the ref. He took almost 15 seconds. He looked at it. I thought he wasn't even going to give a free kick, and then made the decision, free kick, I'll get the yellow out. So he was a little bit late there, the ref. But yeah, it could be that frustration. They're not having it all their own way in this second half. Wales have grown into it. I think Matty Jones would be a lot more happy. It's just now creating them chances. Like you say, keep getting Colwell on the ball, keep moving the ball. You know, second half is almost a different side, keeping possession.
It's an obvious thing to say, maybe, but after an hour here, the next goal in this game is going to be huge. Second Czech goal might break Cymru hearts once for all. Cymru get equal. Who knows what might happen? And it's Cymru coming forward now. Owen Beck moves inside. Tries to find Rubin Colwell. Slightly too ambitious, maybe. Trying to find a pass that wasn't there.
It's positive again, though. Driving inside, using his pace. Just the pass let him down, but still, more good play from Wales.
Owen Beck gets his head to it. Cymru steal possession. And then give it away. Careless by Ollie Hammond. Giving a chance to the home side. Shot from distance by Karabets. He didn't quite catch it as he would have wanted. Forcing a save out of Eddie Beach. Ball laid back to Adam Karabets. I think it was easy enough for the Cymru goalkeeper, to be fair. Colwell. Going back now, on halfway. Something that we saw there as well, Cymru were very quick to move the ball forward towards halfway. Just get the ball away from their defensive third. Makes it easier to launch an attack, which they're doing now. Colwell's cross, headed out. Cymru will have a throw in. It's amazing how much more positive and composed the visitors look in the second half. And this man is a big part of that, Rubin Colwell. Getting much more involved in the second period. Moving pressure on Cymru on the halfway line. Ball forward not quite accurate enough. Pepsel tapping the ball back to his goalkeeper. He's again Philip Pepsel, Czech debutant. Gets his head up, lifts the ball down the field. Headed on towards Daniek. Luca Hool was wide awake, very aware. Gets the ball clear, and Cymru going to make the first change of the evening.
Good defending there from Luca Hall, just coming round.
It's Pat Jones who's coming on for Cymru, and Tom Hill. His debut coming to an end. I think he's found it quite tough, to be fair. Tom Hill, the Liverpool man, he's tried to get involved, and he might have picked up an injury as well, because that's him there, stretching his leg, bit of cramp maybe. Pat Jones, who's coming on, hasn't scored for Cymru under 21 yet, but can be very influential in a very good game against Lithuania. And even if he doesn't score himself, as we saw, he can be quite creative, make a real nuisance of himself in that front line. It was a positive change, no doubt about that.
Yeah, we've seen it in previous pictures, haven't we? Lively. Pat Jones.
Double change for the Czech Republic as well. Václav Šáka comes on as captain during the last international window. And Adam Karabets leaving as well, the man we singled out as a danger man. Cymru will be more than happy to see the back of him. It's Denis Wyszynski who's coming on.
Interesting sub. Just seeing there the bandage on his leg. He's having a chat. Maybe there is an injury for Karabek. He's had a good game.
Cymru will be more than happy to see the back of two players who have been very much to the fore for the home side. As we saw there, Pat Jones has gone straight into that front line.
I think you might just see Colwell actually drop in naturally now and be more of the midfielder opposed to, yeah, you just see him there in shot now. So I think he has gone deeper to allow Pat to go higher. Only can be a good thing. I think the more he is on the ball, the more chance Cymru have got of creating something.
Rubin Colwell has actually scored against the Czech Republic for the Cymru senior side in a friendly in Cardiff last year. So the Czechs coming forward now, though. It's a good cross, and Cymru dealt well with it, to be fair. Finn Stevens launches it down the ground. Two men in white shirts there now.
More risky play there. We're starting to see, I think, why Head Beach was putting goal from outfield. 2 or 3 times. I'm all for one. I mean, I've naturally always tried to play football, but there's just a time and a place.
Danek makes space for himself, and his shot actually hits his own player. Cymru look to get clear now. Ball forward towards Pat Jones, making a nuisance of himself. Stealing the ball from under the nose of Chalupek. And he wins the corner.
And that's what Pat will give you. I think he chases everything. We've seen it previously. He's always a nuisance. And I know you mentioned he's not scored, and sometimes that can go against you. But the other work he does, in the channels, a really good team player, and he did well there to win the corner.
Can he score now from this corner? Owen back to take it. Cymru's 5th corner of the evening. And it bounced all the way out for a goal kick. And while that happened, Zach Ashworth fell to the floor.
Can't believe it, can he?
And was claiming a penalty. Let's have a look here. The number 6. Well, not much in it, maybe, but, well, you've seen them given, is the cliche that we say in these kind of situations.
Yeah. No.
And if you see it from that angle, Václav Šák, who's just come on, actually had a handful of Zach Ashworth's shirt.
I think his reaction, he knew straight away he'd been pulled. We couldn't see it from the first angle, but certainly from that angle, he's got a big claim there for a penalty, and I think his reaction shows that.
Indeed, this time it's the home side who are lucky that VAR isn't in operation tonight. Pripsel. It's the ball back from Zucamel.
Positive signs, though, again for Wales, May?
Definitely. Pat Jones coming on. Getting himself involved in a very positive way, straight away. As we enter the last quarter of the game, Cymru very much still in this one. Know what Matty Jones is thinking now. Definitely happier than he was half an hour or so ago. Danek gets away from his opposite number, hits the ball across field. Chance for the Czechs here. Shot blocked though. Tristan. It's the ball out to Danek again. Actually, it's Jurasek, the scorer. Falls to the floor. Just a goal kick. Look at that again. Something of an ice hockey body check, that one again. Owen Beck gets away with it.
Doesn't do half measures, Owen Beck, does he? In anything he does.
You would see me right, Mark. Long ball forward, lovely ball as well. Chance now for Cymru. Pat Jones, can he keep this in play? Yes, he can. Did well, Pat Jones. Goes himself. Oh no, went back. Nearly turned the ball in at the far post. He just couldn't get that in time. Pat Jones, again, chasing lost causes. Seemed the ball had got away from him. Just about kept it in play. Cut back inside, hit the ball right down the corridor of uncertainty. I know when Beck got his foot to it, but couldn't quite turn it in.
More great play from Pat Jones. There's a great run that found by Hammond. Great ball across. Starting to see the midfield players getting on the ball now, but that's a glorious chance. You just see the disappointment.
Chance for the Czechs now, though. Shake nearly got onto it. Either offside or there was a foul.
The 2 best chances going to Owen Beck in this second half so far. And he's the left back. You always find them in the box.
Well, that's a position, that's the nature of that position changed so much in the past few years, hasn't it, Mark? It's almost you know, I wouldn't say an out-and-out extra attacker now. We have to have a hell of an engine to play as a fullback.
And he's got that, hasn't he? He's up and down all evening. Such a threat going forward, good defensively.
Confirmation there once again. There'll be more football on S4C with Scorio this weekend. Cymru welcoming Croatia to the Cardiff City Stadium on Sunday night. And on Monday, all the highlights from the weekend on Scorio, as the Cymru Premier teams enter the Welsh Cup. And then live football from the Cymru Premier on Tuesday night as Barry Town United take on Pontypridd United, live online from 7:40. Hornicek rushing out of his area again, getting the ball clear. Colwell. Eddie Beach. And Cymru playing the ball out from the back. Hull having to slide to keep possession, but there's no pressure on him. Eventually, Eddie Beach decides the best thing to do is just to hoof the ball long. Owen Beck did well there, flying in. And then a foul by Josh Thomas. And you can complain all night long, but it did definitely look like a foul to me. Les leaned in to Philip Prepsel, who took his cue to go flying. Interesting, we saw from that stat there that the Czechs have actually committed more fouls than Cymru tonight.
In a completely different second half. I think just looking there, go at the back three, so Owen Beck as a wing back now and Stevens the other side on the right. It's just allowed them to get tighter to the wingers, so the space isn't out there for Czech Republic. And from that, Wales have had more possession and been able to keep the ball.
Kamel gets the ball forward to the goal scorer, Mate Jurasek. Jurasek inside, looking for the return ball. The mid-defence had read it. Jurasek working hard. A couple of back heels there, trying to set up a chance. It is Jurasek. Jurasek forcing his way forward. The shot blocked, I think, on the near post. Didn't even get to Eddie Beach. And if it did, Eddie Beach looked like the calmest man in the Czech Republic. Danek. Again, the Czechs come forward with Vidra. Vidra out to Jurasek. Didn't go his way that time. It'll be a Cymru goal kick. This was the chance a few moments ago. A couple of nice little black heels. Jurasek. And he was a block indeed. Hit Owen Bevan's back. Again, the Czechs coming forward though. Bevan hoofs it downfield this time. Patrick Jones after it, battling with Albert Labic. And battling legally. Concedes a free kick. Just for a few moments there, the Czechs starting to turn the screw again. And here come the home side again. On the left this time. Sheikh loses possession though. Ball forward beyond Ruben Cottrell. Paul will even. Joel Cottrell is on the bench. That's who I was thinking of. He came off the bench to score. It turned out to be an important goal in Lithuania. Might be an option for him to come again. Colwell dropping back to help with defence and conceding a foul this time.
Win the ball, clearly. Good defending, he's working hard for the teams, nothing worse. Certainly as a striker or an attacking mid, win the ball fair and square there.
Yeah, not much in that. And as you said, he seems to get the ball.
11-11 on fouls committed now.
I think that just reflects what a totally different second half it's been. Cymru have been so much more competitive, and with a quarter of an hour to go, they're still very much in this game. Remains 1-0 in Czechia, Budjevice. Zukamel. Out to Jurasek. Goal scorer happy to turn back. Keep possession. Force Cymru to come and look for it. Pepsel. This time, or for a moment at least, the home side gave the ball away. They want it back now with Christian, the captain. Another free kick given away. Again, it looked a bit of a cheap one. You see now? No, Finn Stevens actually didn't get the ball that time. Here come the home side. All across to Danek. Jurasek at the edge of the area. You all know how dangerous it can be there. Not this time though. Cymru look to break now. Lovely ball forward. Splits the defence. Real chance here. And it was Josh Thomas who, having got free, ended up hitting a shot straight at Lukas Ornicek. It's a lovely ball. Split the defence. Did Ollie Hammond. Josh Thomas got away from his man. And then his shot straight at the goalkeeper. Cymru will have a corner though. But the chances that Cymru have had, especially in the second half, they've been really good chances. And they have another corner now. In it comes. Knocked out. Hammond from distance. Couldn't keep his shot down.
He's had a good second half. Hammond been really impressed. Really impressed second half. Good pass through the ball. Just seen it again. He's just split the defence. I think he'll be really disappointed with the finish straight at the keeper either side, and it's 1-1.
Ollie Hammond.
And Josh Thomas.
Oh, well, he's at Cheltenham on loan at the moment from Nottingham Forest. Josh Thomas also out on loan from Swansea City. He's with Port Vale. And we mentioned it last time, a lot of these Cymru under-21 players have gone out on loan to teams in League One and League Two this season and are getting a lot of good game time, and it shows. Josh Thomas, he did have a look up before having the shot. Don't know if he tried to give the goalkeeper the eyes. If he did, it didn't work. While Cymru were living off crumbs in that first half, especially going forward, they really created some good chances in the second period. Ruben Colwell, who's been much more involved in the second half, is now leaving. I mentioned him a few minutes ago. Joel Cottrell coming on. It was Joel Cottrell who scored the third goal for Cymru in Lithuania last month from outside the area. So he is a goal threat, the number 14. Owen Bevan, clearly having had some treatment there. Looks more like he's been playing ice hockey or boxing. He has to let the football, I promise. Big 10 minutes to go. Cymru, having been under the cosh in that first half, are still in this. Just the goal between the two teams. And it's the visitors who have had the better chances in the second 45. Finn Stevens with a foul now, conceding a free kick to the home side. in a promising position for the Czechs. We're now going to make a change. And it's the goal scorer, Mate Jurasek, who's leaving. And Marek Ika will take his place for the last 10 minutes. That's the goal again. Seen it a few times. It's worth seeing, to be fair. It's a lovely strike. But Karabets has left, and now Jurasek has left. And Cymru will be more than happy to see the back of them. Owen Beck now trying to take on his opposite number. Couldn't quite get past Sukamel. Another chance maybe for Cymru now. Josh Thomas holds on to possession. Ball chipped across field. Not the best. Now a chance for the home side to break. Ika, who's just come on. Danek plays it on. Ball across to Patrick Vidra. Happy to take his time. Take the ball towards the corner. Surely too early for that. Now the Czechs happy to move backwards to keep possession. Cymru steal possession back legally this time. Be a throw in for the visitors, deep in their own half. Ashworth with a throw. Harris hits the ball across field. Finds his man. Pat Jones on the charge. Didn't really have much support. Again chasing a lost cause. Nearly got there. Works so hard as Pat Jones. Every game we see him for Cymru in the 21s is the same. Never gives up on anything. Lukas Hornicek takes a deep breath while launching this ball down the field. Cymru getting those second balls much better in the second half. Bit of a shove there. Seemed. No foul. And there was a foul this time. A shove in the back by Patrick Vidra. Owen Beck puts the ball down. Chance for him to create something now for Cymru maybe. Free kick in a promising position. Just being told to move back. High defensive line for the home side, outside their own area. Beck with a kick. Headed out as far as Hammond. Hammond goes back. Ball lifted back into the Czech penalty area. Straight down the throat of Lukas Hornicek. Disappointing set piece again, really, by Cymru there. Seen a few of those, haven't we, Mark, to be fair?
Yeah, I think a couple of crosses not beating the first man, same again, straight into the keeper's hands there. We've got big 5 minutes now. You know, they've had, if you think of the second half, I don't think if you think of one Czech chance to Wales' 3. You know, when you think of the 2 Owen Beck chances.
Free kick for Cymru.
The Joshua Thomas 3 really good chances. Been a completely different second half. Lots for Matty Jones to take away from this for sure, to come back for the home game versus Iceland. But if they could just nick a point, it changes the whole table completely.
And here come the visitors again. Partial block on the pass this time. And Zach Ashworth decided that he should commit the foul, and he probably knew he was going to get yellow. by doing that. Taking one for the team there, Zach Ashworth.
It's one they call a good foul. I think he could have done it more discreetly, but it's a good foul.
As Mark mentioned, after 3 tough away games, Cymru's next encounter will come at home on the 16th of November against Iceland, and then 4 days later, another home game, and a big one against Denmark. If they could take one more point to go home with them, get a goal here, 5 points in 3 away games, that would be fantastic. Another reminder, Cymru face Croatia on Sunday. That's a huge game for the senior side, and it's live on Scorio, on S4C and online. The usual highlights programme on Monday night, and more live football on Scorio on Tuesday as Barrytown United host Pontypridd. That's live online at 7:40 on Tuesday.
And Charlie Savage has done enough to maybe find himself in the 11, or a little bit too soon for...
Well, he played well the other night, didn't he? No doubt about that. Looked very, very comfortable. Maybe an appearance from the bench. You'd imagine that he's been kept on with the senior side for a reason. There's no point keeping him or Joe Lowe with the squad if they don't plan on possibly using them. Be interesting to see if he'll be back within the 21s next month, or will he stay with the senior squad for 2 more potentially huge games for the Cymru first team coming up in November. Plenty of football to be played before then. Still got another 3 minutes plus injury time here tonight. Luca Hall commits a foul. He didn't think he was guilty.
It's been like that all night, hasn't it? It's been a very, very competitive match. Again, I think he might have won the ball. I'll have to see it again, maybe. Has he caught him?
I think the ref was telling him that he might have been just off the ground. Which seems these days, if you're off the ground, doesn't matter if you get the ball or not. It's the kind of foul that maybe 10, 15 years ago wouldn't have been a foul at all.
Can't do anything now, can you, on that pitch?
Spoken like a real veteran footballer. Ball crossed in. Cymru get it out. Long ball down the field. Something of a hit and hope. There's only Pat Jones who was down there. The second ball has fallen for the visitors. Joel Cottrell turns. Hits the ball across field. Finds his man. Chance here. Shot blocked. Owen Beck trying to get involved. But the Czechs do get it away.
Pat Jones again in that right-hand channel. Great find from Cottrell. But certainly the last 25 minutes with Pat Jones on has been a real live wire going forward.
Harris gets the ball out this time. 3 Cymru men in the middle. And the cross just bounced past Owen Beck. Here we are, Pat Jones again, making a nuisance of himself. The shot did hit an arm. The arm was close to the body. Was it in a natural position though? Could be argued. But it won't be argued because we haven't got VAR here.
Been a really good second half from Wales. Really settled into the game, and we're coming into the 90 now, and they might obviously go away from here with nothing, but you know they can be really happy with their second half display, and I'm sure Matty Jones will, and they can certainly take that to next month's big fixture now against Iceland. But we've still got a few more minutes.
Do we deserve a draw, Mark?
I'd say on second half, I think we do. I think we've been the much better side second half. Can't think of one good chance from the Czechs where you're looking at 3 really good chances for Wales. They've kept the ball well.
Went back. putting Hornicek under pressure.
So yeah,
he did well in the end to get it away.
On reflection, I'd say a point would be the fair result. I think it's been a game of two halves. Much better view in second half.
Cymru have 4 minutes to try to salvage that draw. Ball down the wing. It's beyond even Pat Jones this time. But you do feel in situations like these, there will be one last chance. So often we see it. Cymru looking to make one more change. So when Bevan has worked hard tonight, he's leaving. Kian Ashford of Cardiff to take his place.
Right, mate, you always get one more chance. Always.
Three minutes of the additional 4 to go now. Ball lifted forward by Luke Harris. Into the path of Pat Jones. Working hard again to retain possession on the right-hand side, and he wins a throw, and he did well there with 2 players in red shirts shadowing him. Finn Stevens finds Patrick Jones again. Ball comes back to Stevens. Stevens gets the cross in. Little touch. Hasn't got clear yet. Owen Beck was just ready to pull the trigger. And a second header from the Czech defender took the ball away from him.
Difference in intensity of closing down, getting in the Czechs' faces, second half. We almost felt Wales looked a little bit tired and leggy first half, not really getting around the pitch, but second half's been a great performance. There's more argy-bargies. It's been 90 minutes of it. It's the skipper Stevens. They don't shy away though, do they, these Welsh lads?
Not at all. Seen a few times in the second half that Finn Stevens has had plenty to say for himself. He's had too much this time because he got booked. And still,
Owen Beck's got to be careful. He always seems to be around it, Owen Beck, in some capacity.
Well, whatever happens in the last few minutes, you don't want to see Owen Beck getting sent off and missing the next game. So what happened there in the replay, I think it was accidental. Free kick, wasted really, giving possession back to Cymru, who now have a minute to salvage something from this game. Did a much, much better second half. Beach's long kick forwards, knocked back towards his goal. Czechs preparing one last substitution to try and take some more time off the clock. No time for it at the moment, says the referee. Cymru take the throw in quickly. Ashworth launches the ball across field. Pat Jones adjusts his shorts before taking control of it. Harris couldn't get the ball back to him.
Easy to do that while it's in the air.
Multitasking there, Pat Jones. Ball launched forward towards the other wing this time. And Ashworth does get his head to it, but can't keep the ball in play. And we have now played pretty much the 4 minutes that had to be added on. It's Philip Baketa who's waiting to come on. It's Krzysztof Danek who's leaving. He's had a good game tonight, as Danek. Another Sparta Prague player, Danek, currently on loan. As Pardubice. Is there time for one last attack? Had that substitution not been made, this game might be over now. Because it was made right on the 4 minutes that was to be added on. Surely it won't make a difference now anyway. Hornicek, you'd imagine. I was going to say he was going to kick it downfield. He's launched a massive throw downfield. Cymru deal with it. Is there time? Cymru will have a free kick. One last chance then. Surely this will go directly into the mixer, as they say. Eddie Beach
I thought it was coming
has come all the way into the Czech half to take the kick. Can it be a good one by the goalkeeper?
No.
Bit too close to the goalie, maybe. Flaps that in, a shot!
Yes!
And Cymru have equalised! Unbelievable! The volley comes in by Kian Ashford, the substitute.
It's been on the pitch 2 or 3 minutes.
Unbelievable! The free kick taken by the goalkeeper, Lukas Hornicek.
Nothing more than they deserve for me, mate.
Well, he seems to flap at it. And Kian Ashford of Cardiff City took his chance.
At that point there, I think it's too close to the keeper. We're almost thinking it's over. He has flapped. He's watched it. That's an unbelievable strike.
Lovely finish.
It's nothing more than they deserved with a great second half. But the technique there is unbelievable.
Wonderful technique, wonderful finish. Kian Ashford, the calmest man in Czech Republic. Lovely finish. And it looks like Cymru are going to get a point here. And they have. The last kick of the game. Kian Ashford just came on. That might well have been his first touch. And what a touch it was.
I told you, you always get one more chance, mate. You always get one more. What a point.
So from the first 3 games, all the way from home, Cymru have taken 5 points. A win and 2 draws. Fantastic draws away at Denmark and now in Czechia as well. And they can look forward to 2 home games next month on the top of the group. Here's that goal again. What a moment. Not a good punch. A lovely finish though. Kian Ashford, Cymru's hero in Bohemia tonight. And they were all on the pitch, weren't they?
They've got that determination, this 21 side. Lots of character. You can see it there. Look what it means to them all. They're all in the corner. Great scenes. Great scenes.
Jan Sukaparek, I think, was complaining that way more than the 4 minutes that was supposed to be added on had been played. Well, it was his fault in some ways because he made that substitution right on 4 minutes. So the referee, well, added on an extra minute or so. And Cymru made the most of it. And you saw there what Owen Beck thought of it. Worth seeing again and again. Kian Ashford. Remember that name? Jan Sukaparek definitely will. And as we see it again, that's confirmation then. The final score from Česká Budějovice is Czechia 1, Cymru 1.